Hey guys, I am officially back. Beat me up if I don't stick to it this time, but I am back. I love you guys, and in today's video we're going to talk about my top 5 eyeshadow palettes for beginners. This is a totally opinion-based video. I'll kind of talk about where I've been when I start the video, but you know the drill. Let's say a prayer. If you don't believe, just skip to the intro. That means that you've missed the prayer, and we'll get into it. Lord, thank you so much for all my followers on TikTok and all my viewers. They are a blessing in my life, so bless their life, Lord. Lord, this is a great year. It's going to be a great year for everybody, Lord. I just ask that full potentials be met this year with me and my viewers, and you know that this is their best year of growth, and that all their dreams happen and come true. And Lord, just have your way with us and let your kingdom come and your will be done. In Jesus' name, amen. So, cue the intro. Alright, so before we get started, let's talk for a minute. My nose has been running, so that's what that is. So last year I said I was gonna come back and I didn't. I had a really bad depressive episode, and I had gained a friend back and then lost them, and I went through that emotionally too. And you know, I've just been changing a lot. As most of you know, I did have a surgery for my PCOS, so that's kind of what this is. I was on medicines to get pregnant, but honestly, I just decided it wasn't my time for me, because I wanted to focus on different things like this house, YouTube, TikTok, the internet, the makeup, the beauty community. Wanted more focus on that, and a child is just not a good mix for that right now. So that's where I've been. I've been getting it together. Been, you know, trying to come up with content and thinking about ways to reach you guys and talk to you guys and film stuff that you guys want to see, which I kind of still don't know what everybody wants to see, but we'll get into it. Also, I do have my ring light on and it's not helped the texture of my skin, so I'm just gonna be totally transparent. The medicine that I was taking to prepare my body to become pregnant, like it's bad underneath my makeup. It's really broke out. I'm on birth control. It's gonna get it away. And another reason why I decided it wasn't time for me to get pregnant was because I really started to like my body, because for the first time I've been able to lose weight. Well, it's not that I've lost the weight, it's that it's toning better. I still weigh like 230, but it's toning up and it's like making me more confident. So I just really didn't want to ruin that for myself. But my new motto is to be hot, be humble, open, and transparent. I read that in Michael Todd's book called Crazy Faith. So I'm just gonna be hot, humble, open, and transparent with you. And so let's get into this. This is my top 5 eyeshadow palettes for beginners. These are very easy. They're not crazy like my fingernails or crazy like the looks you see me do on TikTok. They're just very muted color stories, and some of them have color. I did throw in a little bit of color just for my viewers that do like that stuff. But these are my top 5 eyeshadow palettes for beginners, and I do have some high-end and some drugstore in there. So let's get started. So the first one, I just picked this one because it is my personal favorite. This is my favorite 9-pan eyeshadow palette by ColourPop. I'm going to open it up and show you its love. It looks like this. One of my first YouTube videos use this. Sometimes if I just want a blue or a purple eyeliner that's pastel, I hop in here and grab one of these. I have loved this glitter to death, and I like, it's just my favorite. I have a ton of these. I think that any of these are great for somebody that's beginning. I think they range from $9 to $13 or $14. With inflation, prices of things have changed. but this one is my personal favorite. That's why I picked it for this lineup. I think any of these would work if you say you're young and you're, you know, asking your parents for something for your birthday or Christmas. Pick whatever color you like. Like, look at all of their 9-pan eyeshadow palettes and pick which one you like and start there. If you're wanting to start with color, a very easy way to hop into it is to do something like I've done. Create like a wing with some eyeshadow and just hop into it and keep going. The only complaint that I have about these is that if you drop them, the eyeshadows do fall apart and they do break really easily. So that is one of the downfalls, but they're super affordable. They're so fun. They come in different colors. They have neutral ones, like the Go in Coconut palette, and they have colorful ones. So it's the best of both worlds with these. Next on my lineup is the Tartelette palette. I think that all matte palettes are great because it's so easy to create a awesome soft glam look with these. If you're just beginning, or if you maybe want just an everyday palette, I will show you these. I think all mattes are easy to work with. They're easy to blend out and deal with when you're a beginner. This is how this one looks. Now this is the all matte version. They do have like a shimmery version of this palette. This is on the high end. I think it was $38 originally. I caught it half off on the Ulta website and purchased it and wanted it in my collection. It's a little crusty, but again, great travel palette, and great if you just want an all matte look. But it's very easy for beginners, especially with browns, and it does have a black in there you can use as an eyeliner. But I love this palette. This next palette, I'm a little bit biased, but it's only because this brand made my first high-end palette and it was one of the best. Like, I will swear by that palette. I wish it still existed, and it would have been in this lineup had it still existed. But the chocolate bar palette was always my favorite. This one is my new favorite. It is the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. That's how it looks. It's got some shimmers, it's got some browns, it's got some transitions. This is more for if you want to create a look with your fingers, to be 100% honest. And some people can do that. Like, they take a brown and just smudge it out right there, and then drag some shimmers right there, and then maybe put some eyeliner on it, and it looks great. This is the palette for you if you are that way, or if you want like very everyday glam looks. It is one of my favorites. Like, I will show you a swatch of the shimmers. This is like one of the shimmers. That's what I mean. You put it on your ring finger and just rake it through there, and maybe buff out a brown through here. If you need more in depth with each of these, I could probably do individual videos with them, but yeah. And this one is on the high end. I think it's $48, but again, caught it on one of the 21 Days of Beauty Ulta sales and got it for like maybe 20 bucks, 24 bucks. It's really cheap. Now, this next palette, it looks a little gross, but it's because it is very loved. It is not because I just let it, you know. And I'm showing you both of these because I think that every palette that ColourPop comes out like this is great for everybody. Again, this is an opinion-based video, so not every makeup artist is going to agree with this. Some might not. But I have to show you both of the palettes that I have in this particular line. So this goes to weddings with me. This goes to if I have private clients that they're going to Snowball or prom. This goes with me, but it is the Stone Cold Fox palette by ColourPop. And I'm going to show you. It's a cool toned, neutral, everyday palette. It looks like this, and that's what I mean by it looks crusty. That black is broken everywhere, and the shimmers are everywhere. But this is one of my favorite palettes. Before I had this, I took the Orgy palette by Jeffree Star. It no longer goes with me. This is always the palette that goes with me. And I ordered the Smokin' Roses for Valentine's Day to create some blush looks. That's what I mean by these particular palettes by ColourPop, whatever color story they create, is great for beginners. Now the other palette that I have is the Your Golden palette. It looks like this. And I chose to show both of them because it'll make sense. See, this is the Summer Funky Fun palette. You know, you can put your blue shimmers on in the summer, or, you know, do kind of like fall looks with like this color particularly, and maybe this one, and this whole row really. But I loved this one last summer and it was one of my favorites. But again, this is opinion based. These, to me, this, like every palette that ColourPop comes out like this, the color scheme, if you love that color scheme, it's a great palette for you because you'll never run out of ideas or colors. And they're very affordable. I think they're $34 a piece. Some of them do come with brushes if you are a beginner. Like this palette, I ordered the Stone Cold Fox brush set with, and then the Smoke and Roses that I have, I ordered the brush set that comes with it as well. Now this very last palette that I have to talk about, I know this person sparked a ton of controversy. Get it? That's why I didn't want to buy it forever, but I bought it and I liked it myself. This is for my colorful people, but it is the Morphe James Charles palette. I do believe that they still sell this, but this is how it looks. I have the big one because I do more than my makeup. I'm gonna close it really quick and just hold it up, but I think this is great if you are wanting to experiment with some color. You can do, I've seen people do neutral looks, but it's more of a colorful person palette. And a lot of people, it was their very first palette when they started experimenting in color. It wasn't mine, but one of my good friends on TikTok, it was hers, and she loves it. I didn't want to buy it, but I did and ended up liking it. But this is for you if you're, you know, a colorful person. But again, this video is extremely opinion based. I'm not telling you to buy it because I said you should. This is just an opinion that I have if you're a beginner or you're just trying to explore makeup. It is products that I think that you should invest your money in for your collection, but that's my opinion. And yeah, so yep, that's my top 5 eyeshadow palettes for beginners. But I am so glad to be back. I love you guys. Comment below more content that you want to see or ideas for beginners, because that's really where I'd like to begin this year, is for my beginners. I might do a couple tutorials with the palettes if you want to see like what I mean, or me go into in depth with them, what you can do. But I love you guys, and I will see you very soon, hopefully next Friday. Guys, I love you so much.